Have you ever heard a word so beautiful, so perfect, that you thought to yourself, this word right here, this one right here, I don't think there's anything better than this. Once you've spoken it, has it made you scream and cream at the same time? It's got to fulfill both of those conditions. If it doesn't, it's not the perfect word. If you haven't found that word, I want to bless you today. I want to give something to you that gives meaning to the rest of your life. Are you sitting right now? It would be kind of weird if you were standing, but if you are sitting, clench your armrests. The word I'm going to be talking about today is Now, on first hearing this, you might be thinking, what is this inty bitsy dude talking about? How is that the perfect word? I've heard other words. This one doesn't compete. And to that, I have a couple of things to say. Firstly, I'm not an inty bitsy dude. Why would you say that? That's mean. But secondly, and more importantly, your callousness is showing through, buddy, okay? 99% of people who just heard that said to themselves, yes, this is perfect. But if you're on the lower end of the IQ bracket, I can explain. I want you to say the word to yourself. Now, just once. Do it just once. Any more times and you might explode. And trust me, I know some people. Once you say the word, do you feel the power? Do you feel like you can do anything? That should be the feeling that you get. Skadoosh draws power. And more importantly, it doesn't take a lot of power to say it, right? It just slips out. Compare that to a word like kaboom, right? Kaboom. A lot of jaw movement. But the other one, I won't say it again for my own safety. It's this. It's this mouth position. Skadoosh. See? I can say it multiple times because I've reached the divine, okay? I'm a level 5. You're a level 1, okay? Step up, buddy. Now, as to why it's so powerful, I think, firstly, I think for the least amount of effort, without raising the amplitude, that's the most amount of noise you can make, right? Because that's white noise. So it already has power, and you don't have to do a lot with your jaw. It's just right? Power in that. It gives a lot of noise. But more importantly, the structure. If you were thinking to yourself, okay, Frame, I understand, right? You know, I say the word, it feels kind of nice. It's a pleasant word to say, but what makes it perfect? This segment right here, okay? Get ready. Like any perfect things, there are 3 parts to analyze. In the beginning, there was ska. Ska, that's the first part, okay? Ska is like the charge up. It's like the build up. You take your arm back, you have the baseball, and you take your arm back. That's all that ska does, right? You have ska by itself, it's nothing, right? It's just the charge up. But then we move on to the middle part. That, my friend, would be the do, right? It has that shot out effect, right? We charge it up with the ska, do, and let it go with the do, okay? It has power, but it's also the toughest part of the word. But after we've charged it up, after we've let go and put in all the work, we get the result. Put it all together, you know what we get. You could try saying it one more time, actually, because, you know, enough time has passed that you might be able to recover, although I don't recommend it. The reward itself, right, it's just the part. That's what we've been fighting for. That's why we did the ska and the do. So why don't we just say It's the reward. Why don't we just, repeat it over and over again? It's the context. It's the context. Oh yeah, it's the context. Things do not feel good without the context. If any of you out there are 43-year-olds who have wasted all of their kids' food fund of the week on Fish and Frenzy, Admiral Casino, 100 free spins, you'll know how fun gambling can be. But do you know why? 2 key components, my friend. You need the goal, of course. You need something to work towards. In this example with Fish and Frenzy, that would be the cash. But after the cash, we gotta step back a bit, right? We need a reset. If you only ever get wins, it gets kind of boring, right? You need a palate cleanser. You need the pain of losing, the pain of boredom to really make that win stick out. And guess what? Skadoosh, it's in the exact same boat. You can all day long. You can until the cows come home. It doesn't feel like anything. Without the skadoo, without the effort, without the pain, it just feels plain. That's why you gotta skadoo. You gotta skadoo a couple of times before you I'm sensing some 75 IQ people right here. 75 IQ people on my channel. Some of you are still not getting this. You're lucky I'm a patient guy. Okay, let me give you another example. Let me preach another example to you. You got a row of models, right? Take any, I don't know where you found a row of models, but just take any row of models, right? You look at each of them, they look nice, but they kind of blend into each other, right? If everybody's beautiful, then really none of them are. It's kind of like you can take the word special, but if you make everybody special, nobody's really special at that point. So if you want to make something stick out, if you want to make something feel exceptionally good, you gotta put in the context. So if you take just one of these pretty girls, right, and you put her around a bunch of ugly, fat, sweaty dudes, unless that's your kink, that girl will look way more beautiful than she did in the collage of other beautiful girls. That's just pure science. It's pure science. And that is the end of my thesis. If nothing else, I hope I've been able to shine a spotlight on the word skadoosh, and that you will no longer just pass it along on the street without giving it a second thought. And in time, I pray for your awakening. To the rest, to those who've gone above and beyond, to those whose minds have been fully opened and who are finally awake to the truth of the world, together with you, I say,